even though it's not the only reason, one of the biggest reasons by far that people who have Dogecoin right now are so confident in it for the future is because of Elon Musk and what he plans to do, not only by himself, but also through his companies. Now, you know about Tesla and Tesla acceptance of Dogecoin coming soon. You know about what Elon Musk is doing when it comes to SpaceX and putting Dogecoin on the moon. But there's one company that Elon Musk has, which is very often overlooked when it comes to its potential ability to send Dogecoin absolutely soaring and expand its use case beyond anything that any other crypto has ever even come close to. And that company, as you may or may not have guessed from this picture here, is of course Neuralink. If you don't know what the heck Neuralink is basically just a company which Elon Musk has created that is planning to have a chip that can go inside your mind, inside your head, and actually connect to it to allow, say for example, someone who can no longer walk, who's paralyzed, like my father, to walk again for the first time. He hasn't walked, by the way, in more than 30 years, since before so much of this has even happened. It's amazing how big of a difference we have in the gap from technology then until technology now, but this could be that next level up. Also, the ability to memorize things extremely fast. Now, is there some risk? Is there some amount of fear when it comes to a chip, especially when we have CIA in the title up there already? Yeah, there's some fear. Yeah, it's a little weird and scary, but perhaps it won't be so scary once we actually see some of the use case. And even if you personally don't want to do it, a lot of people probably still will. And with that, this could become one of the other largest companies in the entire world. So Elon Musk doesn't just have one large, two large, he now has three plus a few more potentially massive companies with crazy potential that already have a huge head start in all of their individual and respective fields. But here's the article: Elon Musk's Neuralink to begin implanting microchips in human brains in 2022. So another thing, every single thing seems to be coming together with this for 2022. And why does that have anything to do with Dogecoin? Who the heck cares when it comes to Dogecoin what Neuralink is doing? Well, it comes down to this. It's a computer chip inside your brain. What can you do with a computer chip? Well, in theory, you could just look at someone and send them Dogecoin. With eye contact, if you wanted to. You could think something and buy something with Dogecoin. You could use your brain in the future to make Dogecoin transactions without having to touch anything or do anything except for have one simple thought, potentially, which is kind of crazy, kind of insane to think about. You could bump noggins with someone to do a transaction. Well, you wouldn't obviously want to do it hard, but you could do it in theory. So with all of that expanded possibility and Elon Musk knowing he wants Dogecoin to be the currency of Earth, not only because it will be vindicating, but because it will be fun and it will make the world a better place, it would also go back against the government, which has continued to make really silly decisions. Elon Musk, not a big fan of the government at all, especially with some of their latest moves when it comes to inflation, when it comes to what's happening all across the entire board. For years and years and years, decades even, the government has continued to fail us in unfortunately way too many fields. Elon Musk going against that with Neuralink is obviously a big deal, and I think that Dogecoin could be even bigger part of it in a lot of ways with it. Yeah, it's risky, I agree. I don't know. Would I personally be willing to put a chip in my brain? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. Let's say, for example, I had a condition that I develop over time, or if you have a kid or something that has a certain mental condition, then they may actually get to a point where the brain chip is such an easy yes that's not even close. If you can't walk, an easy yes for the brain chip. But if you're a perfectly healthy, functioning adult, you may not need or want the brain chip. And since most of us are in that category, well, maybe this brain chip isn't quite for us, unless there's some insane benefits that we don't know about yet, which is absolutely possible. But even still, I would definitely be very scared to do something like that yet, as are most people. Still though, a lot of use case and expensive ability there. But now we bring ourselves to the next topic here, which is the CIA and what they're doing with cryptocurrency. A top secret plan that absolutely does in fact involve Dogecoin and a number of the other top cryptocurrencies. And this is of course coming as we have the director of the CIA, the main person in charge, saying this. This is something I inherited. My predecessor has started this, but had set in motion a number of different projects focused on cryptocurrency and trying to look at second and third order consequences as well, and helping with our colleagues in other parts of the US government to provide solid intelligence on what we're seeing as well. Now, if you just came in, take a second to press that like button. Right now, it is 7:18 on a Tuesday, so we want to get as many people as possible into live. One like button pressage equals one new person coming in. It's simple, it's easy, and it actually works. It's extremely difficult, though, to take all the time. I mean, you got to make the screen smaller. You got to actually lift your finger up and press a button. Very, very, very difficult work. The type of work that obviously you should be getting paid for, but unfortunately, the salary, the cap here at Final Stand HQ, not big enough for to pay all of us to press the like button. It would be too expensive, so we have to have it as a community effort instead. Just the way it is. Let's try to get up to 200 likes here. If we can get to 500 likes during this live, I will do a big to the moon, which I think is obviously a lot of fun. Diana Fletcher coming in with the hearts. I love you as well. Diana Fletcher with the COCDOGTIGER and a rocket. I like that. That's definitely a very solid emoji sequence there with a lot of cool things. But with what's happening with the CIA, a lot of people are saying that the CIA may in fact be behind Bitcoin. Certain parts of the code of Bitcoin are directly taken from CIA coding, which leads us to believe either someone who used to be part of the CIA helped in making this, or that it was directly a CIA thing, which is definitely less likely. It's most likely that just someone who had affiliation with them and the computer science behind it actually played a role in creating Bitcoin. But nonetheless, this could have both positive and negative implications. Now, the positive side of this is that if the government is doing things in the direction of cryptocurrency that are positive, or they're just simply trying to stop hackers and scammers and things like that, then it means not only are we seeing the government embracing it, but they're also using resources to help cryptocurrency be better and to help avoid crime in the realm of cryptocurrency. Now, that's one thing that the CIA director also said in a quote where he was talking about could have enormous impact on everything from ransomware. As you mentioned, because of the ways of getting ransomware and deterring them is able to get at the financial networks, so that many of those criminal networks use and get it right to the issue of digital currencies as well. Basically looking to stop crime in the cryptocurrency space, looking to stop different officials and different criminals from taking advantage of crypto to make bad moves happen. Now, the government wouldn't be devoting resources to this unless they saw it as a big field cryptocurrency that will definitely take over and see some big things happening moving forward with it. Man, Matt, when can I start playing in the COC casino? Soon, not long from now. But that brings us, of course, to the sponsor of today's video. Thank you so much, Manscaped, for being the sponsor today. You can see holiday sale 20% off. If you're looking to feel good right before Christmas, then you know what the heck you're doing with Manscaped. You can see right here, Manscaped significantly superior products, way smoother, it feels better after you use it, and this is the type of thing for your downstairs Dogecoins that you're definitely going to want, as they also have some great other products, including this, which is a toner, and also some cologne, which I believe smells quite like success. So 20% off plus free shipping when you use the link right down there in the description and also in the pinned comment. It'll take you to this website. You can see right there, your discount 20% off from Final Stand will be applied at checkout. Check it out now and enjoy the holiday season with Manscaped. As we move on to the price of Dogecoin right now, obviously we want to be seeing that leg up sooner rather than later, but unfortunately it is still in the twilight zone of price. At 17 cents, that's not a good price at all for Dogecoin. When it comes to what we're hoping for, right? We're hoping for that over 30 cents by the end of December. And there's a really strong chance, at the very least, it'll go over 25 cents before the end of December. So a approximately 8 or so cent increase by the end of December is what I'm predicting here with the price of Dogecoin. But it is definitely underperforming a little bit this month as to what we were predicting. Not by much, but by a little bit, as it continues to do this zigzag formation of going up, going down, going up, going down, before this next run that's going to happen probably within the next week or so could absolutely lead to that crazy big spike that we've been waiting for. The chances of it happening are more than 50%. So look for January, February, March to be huge potential months for Dogecoin, when that spike may just happen. Once the mania starts, it's going to be all rocket engines on. It's all over at that point. Robinhood Watts obviously is one big thing we're looking at there for that future catalyst, as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Tether still at the top. Tether obviously always $1, but Bitcoin at 50,441 right now. So a little bit of a downward day today on the week, down 12% though. So a terrible week altogether for crypto. Ethereum at 4,300 approximately. Not as bad of a week, but still down 8% for Ethereum. And when you have numbers like this all across the board for the top cryptos, no crypto you have, especially smaller ones, is going to be most likely doing that well, at least not yet. Now, it doesn't mean you should be selling. It doesn't mean you should be scared. What it does mean, though, is that you need to be careful. You need to be choosing the right investments that are going to be the most profitable for you in the future. One of the ways that we do that is on a Patreon with some of these really smaller cryptos that have crazy potential, then also just going to CoinMarketCap and finding cryptos like that, which you like and you think could absolutely take off in the future. One crypto I have my eye on right now is absolutely Solana, but at the same time, I mean, it still is down this week, 10%. And we have to be cognizant of the fact that a lot of these cryptos we like are going to be falling when BTC falls. So whether we like it or not, that's just simply the way of the market right now. You need strong BTC for that to happen. Now, in theory, there's going to be a future one day when BTC has crashed a decent amount. Maybe I think there's a decent chance, right, it'll go up a lot first. But at some point, BTC will not have this big gravitational pull in the entire market. And that's really going to be a beautiful time, because then we can see altcoins taking off on their own. We can see different use cases expanded across the entire crypto space. But it will be a while before that happens. It's a future that's coming, just not here yet. As we do wait for it, though, there's a lot of other things to talk about in the entire cryptocurrency space. We also have Elon Musk saying this. Look at this. Elon Musk says civilization is going to crumble if people don't have more children, so get to work. Come on, guys. What the heck are we doing? The replacement rate in the United States is like 1.7 per every 2 people. So we're losing population if we do not have the right combination of beautiful things happening. And of course, you know what I'm referring to. Maybe you need some Manscaped, right, before you do that. Diana Fletcher with the Christmas tree is coming in. Merry Christmas, Diana Fletcher and everyone else. Matt, do you believe Dogecoin will take off? So many people are selling their Dogexes so cheap. And yeah, so with Dogecoin, we're definitely waiting for a Dogecoin spike before we see some of those next legs up. And that's why people are losing confidence. The truth is, a lot of the things we were expecting with Dogecoin have not been coming together the way I was thinking they would. Some of the people on the team, I want to see them working harder, and I'm just a part of this team, so there's only so much I can do. I'm trying my best, and keep in mind, we are going to likely see a Dogecoin leg when Dogecoin does spike. The unfortunate thing is that Dogecoin is more reliant on the price of Dogecoin than we originally thought it would be, and so it is going to take some confidence. It is going to take some people being willing to hold on for the price of Dogecoin to go up. But if people are going to sell, at the end of the day, if the community chooses that path, then unfortunately the price is not going to go up. So we have to either have people holding, and we have to be trusting the process and hoping it's going to go crazy, or people are going to sell and move on to different things. So it just comes down to your opinion. It comes down to the opinion of others, and we have to be, as a community, strong if we want any chance. If not, then it is going to fall. And I wish we had been able to play the cards a little bit differently. I also wish that we had seen more of a cryptocurrency run and an NFT run during that time. NFTs are down around 70%. On average, most of the top ones since that project was launched. A lot of the NFT space has kind of fallen off. Less people are trying to go into it. And so if we do see another NFT run, well, boom, there's an opportunity. If we do see a Dogecoin spike along with the Dogecoin spike, another opportunity. Babies are out. They're very cute. They're fun. We like that. And then we're also seeing Metaverse. A little bit more development is in the works. Will the Metaverse actually be able to be exactly what we're expecting? Well, it's going to take more time and energy to actually make that worthwhile than a lot of us thought going into it. So Dogecoin is definitely a huge project, and we're learning a lot from it. We're experiencing a lot from it, but it is taking up time and energy if we want to see that spike happen. And so there you go. There's the update on it. Completely honest, brutally honest. Some negative things in there, and we're not going to try to hide that. We're not just going to be hyping everything up. We're going to be talking about the facts and seeing what we can do and learning from it for the future, especially. Conan O'Brien says, I like it when you focus on Doge news exclusively. Oh no, exclusively. Well, definitely we're going to be talking about it, right? But it's always good to expand on what you're doing, because if you focus exclusively on one thing, what that will lead to is, well, not as much of a growing audience. We want to be growing our audience and focusing on the entire crypto market, because portfolio diversification is always a good thing. As we have also seen this article coming out, man claiming to have invented Bitcoin wins dispute, gets to keep 50 billion in cryptocurrency. Not too bad right there, but I just think it's funny articles like that are coming out, because technically we don't even know if he has access to that 50 billion or if he's really truly the creator of Bitcoin. In fact, there's no way you can know. And the person who does have access, well, maybe they don't actually have access anymore, meaning the person who originally had access, if they lost the keys or something like that. I mean, wouldn't that be ironic if the creator of Bitcoin actually lost the keys to their own wallet? It seems unlikely, right? But who knows? It could have happened. We of the Dogecoin Nation are strong, coming in from OG Doge King. I love the sound of that, and I absolutely think some of the people who are buying NFTs in the Dogecoin community right now at this price are absolutely making potentially a hugely smart decision if we can see some of the things for Dogecoin we want to see. So I love the optimism. I love the energy. It really just does take more than just a few of us being optimistic and energetic. It takes a lot more than that. And it takes a lot more holding, a lot more optimism all across the board. Diana Fletcher saying that, Keep Learning says, Diana, I love you. Yes, we love Diana. All of us do, of course. Who the heck couldn't love Diana? She's too adorable. And Elon Musk doubles down on ending subsidies as competitors now reap more benefits. Basically, the government's now looking at paying companies who have electric cars. Elon Musk and Tesla are doing 2/3 of the electric cars. So it seems a little silly that the government's trying to bring more electric cars in when Elon Musk already has that covered. I mean, basically, the governments just do what normal businesses do, but they're a little bit worse or a heck of a lot worse all the time. Doesn't matter which side you're on when it comes to government. All of these government officials think they can actually solve the problems, when in reality, almost every single time we continue to learn, actual businesses doing actual things are what always continues to solve the problem at the highest rate possible, because money being taken from one thing and put in another is not necessarily going to be an overall positive benefit, especially when that same exact money in the form of consumers choosing and picking what they want can go a lot longer of a way. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to electric cars, a lot of people believe with electric cars that if you buy an electric car, then boom, automatically you're doing something really positive for the environment. But that's not necessarily true. Because if you right now have a perfectly good car that works and you switch from that car to a brand new car, then you're actually having way bigger of a loss than you think, because it takes a lot of energy to get the stuff for the batteries for electric cars. It takes a lot of energy overall to go and make the cars and put the process together. So it only actually makes sense from that standpoint to buy an electric car if you're already done with your car and you're planning to buy a car anyway. But a lot of people are thinking that they need to actually get rid of their perfectly good car for a new one to help with that, which actually has the exact opposite effect of what they want. So right now, the amount of electric cars being bought is probably about right, and it is overall a good thing for cleaner air to have more companies like Tesla that are coming out, but we don't need government subsidies to help with that. In fact, the government already has enough debt as it is. Just spend the money on things that we actually need and stay away from trying to subsidize companies anymore. Companies do not need the money. The people who actually need the money are way better off getting it. Even still, considering the fact that there's $29 trillion in debt, we can't even necessarily have the government being able to afford that as high of a rate as we want. As you come in, take a second to press the like button. You know you want to do it. I mean, we're 200 likes away approximately from a massive to the moon for Dogecoin. Don't we need that? Something good, full of energy for it. Tony says Diana's a knockout. I happen to agree with that 100%. Diana Fletcher, she likes that. Look at that. We have the 3 smiley face emojis. Bobby J says, I don't know if people keep cheering. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Some people like to cheer certain things, don't they? Well, but we're not gonna get into controversy here, because we want everyone to feel welcome on the channel. But that's funny. That's definitely funny. Elon Musk is continuing to try to make the world a better place in some areas, but at the same time, it's also about expanding your portfolio to other things. Now, ShibaSwap adds Bitcoin Monero trading with a push for privacy in the crypto space. Now, if you don't know too much about Monero, basically, it is one of the cryptocurrencies that has the highest level of privacy of all, where you can, in theory, get away with more negative, bad, against the law, maybe stuff, which is in some ways bad, but also in some ways good for privacy. So there's kind of like a tightrope balance walk there. Obviously, the CIA clearly not liking Monero too much. ShibaSwap, though, capitalizing on the fact that a lot of people want to use privacy in a good, positive, legal way, which is the vast majority. It's a very small percentage that want to use it in a negative way. Unfortunately, they kind of ruin it for everyone else. But with that, we have to look at this ShibaSwap as a potential future crypto that we have to, like, future crypto platform that we have to look at. And if they do end up having a little bit more of running room here, then it could be an opportunity to make money as well. So we'll definitely stay up to date on that, and we'll stay up to date on Monero as well. But it's brave that they're making this move and adding it on, because a lot of exchanges, even decentralized ones, are scared of Monero for a good reason, because the government definitely is going to start hating it more and more and more once they learn more about it. Just the way it is. World's largest... I don't know. I can't read that, or else YouTube will get mad at me. That's funny, though. Please help spread the word about BitTorrent. Lots of us are waiting for it to go up. Doge Master can help BTT and Dogecoin unite. Now, I will say, BitTorrent is not a bad cryptocurrency. They have some definite big advantages for them. The only problem I see there is that Solana basically does most of the stuff that BitTorrent does, just in a better way. There's a number of cryptos that are like that, but better. And so you have to wonder, how can specific use case type cryptocurrencies truly go up when there's others that have the same type of use case, but just in a better way? And it only comes down to one thing: community. If the community can truly rally around it, it can still go up anyway, but that's a much harder ask than just a normal one. Omar's commenting BSV a lot. Wow, that's a very lot of comments there. Joe says Dogecoin and Shiba Inu all in. Interesting. Yeah, I put some money in the Shiba Inu coin, and I'm currently down on it. The only Shiba Inu coin is the only investment all year that I've lost money on, or maybe there's one other. But that's kind of crazy to think about, right? Only one investment all year. I've invested in hundreds of different things, made money on pretty much all of them. There's a couple I think that stayed around the same, but the only ones that actually lost more than 15%, and if it's not more than 15%, it's kind of hard to even count as a loss in the crypto space, is that it's a Shiba Inu coin. And I just did it because the Twitter community got a retweet storm on one of the tweets where I said if they get a bunch of retweets on it, we'll put money in. So we did, and that's just the way it goes. Sometimes when you do something off of a retweet thing, then you're going to lose money on it. We'll see if they can turn the community around though and actually see another spike. It's going to be difficult now in this market, but maybe, just maybe, Shiba Inu coin can do it again. Doge Holder from India says keep learning, and that Bo guy says COC to the moon. Oh dang, we're so close to 500 likes. Wow, we're very, very, very close. Almost there. Let's see, maybe we can get it. Will Doge hit 50 cents again? More than a 90% chance. I mean, yes, it's going to hit 50%, and that's just within 2022. Easy. It may even hit it before the end of December. I mean, December's a long month. We have so much to look forward to for Dogecoin. And so, yes, 50 cents, it's not even like much of a question, really. I mean, yes, 50 cents, easy target for Dogecoin. Unless we see the entire crypto market just going absolutely off a cliff, it's going to happen almost certainly. That's the only way I could see it being stopped. What's the point of this dip? Will you put more in Doge? Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. And yes, I've already been buying more Dogecoin during this dip, as I love to do. And it's been very profitable for me along the years. Because remember, I first bought Dogecoin back in 2018. And so buying the dip since then has been insanely good profitability-wise. As we're so close to 500 likes. So close. Oh, we did it! Just in time. Dogecoin to the moon! Wow, that felt good. All right. Oh yeah, CRYLL. Unfortunately, CRYLL has had a bit of a drop from the overall market falling, but the good news is it's actually fallen less than a lot of the other cryptos that have had a much bigger drop in this most recent fall. I'm still very optimistic in it, especially because of the fact that so many people are using it for an actual specific use case, which is trading the market using computers. And so because of that, I don't think we need to worry too much about it if you have your money in it. I'm of course still holding 100% of mine that I bought, but that's one of the reasons why too it's a big difference between a big swing pick and a normal pick. Normal picks are oftentimes going to be not huge gainers really quickly. It takes more time. It's more of a long-term process, and the bigger swing picks are ones that we feel more confident putting more money in quicker, and there's less of them, which is why we feel that way as well. Wallace, can I have your Shiba since you lost money? What's your address? We'll send it over. No, I'm just kidding. No, you cannot. That's mine. Get Elon, says Michael. Yeah, Elon, where the heck are you? Come on in, join the live. Oh yeah, T-King. Yeah, T-King has, I mean, it's crazy. When some things go bad in the market, you see a lot of negative. The only crypto that's up massively in my portfolio this month is COC. That's it. None of the other ones are up massively because all of the crypto market has fallen. There's a couple others that are up a small amount. Crow is one of them. But besides that, I mean, there's really not a lot of picking and choosing there that's good. But anyway, I'm going to go and get off now. I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you on the Patreon.